Yellowstone was always great, but this scene turned it into a masterpiece. With its scheming ranch family, sweeping Montana vistas, and gritty frontier justice, Yellowstone was always going to be popular, but one particular scene turned into a neo-Western masterpiece. Taylor Sheridan first introduced the world to the Duttons when the show premiered in 2018, creating a TV universe that comprises several Yellowstone spin-offs. Yellowstone's Dutton family proved to be such a hit with audiences that some of their stories will continue with even more shows. Kayce Dutton's spin-off, Why? Marshalls, will premiere on CBS in spring 2026, while Beth and Rip's spin-off is also in the works. Really, these characters are so interesting we'd watch them read the phone book, but we especially became hooked on their stories after this explosive Yellowstone scene. The Dutton family seemed invincible in Yellowstone's early seasons. From the Broken Rock Indian Reservation to greedy land developers, it seems like everyone wants a piece of the Duttons' land, and this is established right from the pilot. However, despite all these enemies, Yellowstone's Dutton family seems like an unstoppable force. Patriarch John Dutton is the right blend of ruthless and wise. Beth is an attack dog with shrewd business acumen. Jamie is a bright lawyer, and Kayce has unwavering loyalty. When the show's first major antagonist, developer Dan Jenkins, targets the Duttons in Season 1, he's not nearly enough of a threat to rattle the audience. Season 2's The Beck brothers are some of the best villains in any Taylor Sheridan show, and their brutality makes Jenkins look like a puppy dog by comparison. However, we know that after the vicious attack on Beth and the traumatic kidnapping of Tate, the Duttons will get their bloody revenge, which they absolutely do. The way that they dispense with the Becks is beyond satisfying, but it was also easy to see coming, and thus, the Duttons still come across as overpowered characters. It's not until the Season 3 finale that we learn that John Dutton and his family are incredibly vulnerable. The attack on the Duttons in Yellowstone's Season 3 finale proved nobody was safe. The Duttons know that their way of life places them in harm's way, but even when one of them appears to be at risk, there's always someone else in the family to save them. They're savvy and prepared, and never seem to think death is coming for them. As a result, neither does the audience. So, when Garrett Randall attempts to assassinate all the Duttons, save his son Jamie, at the same time in one of Yellowstone's best episodes, the Season 3 finale, The World is Purple, it saw a moment as shocking as it is sobering. Gunmen attack Kayce's office. A bomb is planted and detonates at Beth's, and John Dutton is shot at while exposed and helpless on the open road. Not even the family's trusted and effective enforcer, Rip Wheeler, can save them. What's so brilliant is that Season 3 ends with us not knowing any of the Duttons' fates, and it's a very real possibility that they could all be dead. Of course, given that this would effectively end the show, we knew it was unlikely, but it wouldn't have been a huge surprise if they didn't all make it. Seeing the Duttons with their backs against the wall makes for TV's best neo-Western. While the Season 4 premiere, Half the Money, reveals that John, Beth, and Kayce all survived their assassination attempts, they're definitely stripped of their plot armor and worse for wear. Beth is covered in scars and burn marks, while John is put into a months-long medically induced coma due to his extensive gunshot wounds. This is when Yellowstone fully embraces its frontier justice themes, as the stakes finally feel real for the Duttons. Whereas past attacks were almost shrugged off, we feel the consequences of this one. It may not be as much fun watching John Dutton go through physical rehab as seeing him gun an enemy down in a field, but it shows that he's just a man, and an incredibly mortal one at that. Along with the Duttons themselves, following the Season 3 finale, the ranch itself seems to be more vulnerable than ever, and because its owners are now less invincible, it's driven home that not even Montana's most powerful family can save what they hold so dear. A reckoning is coming, and that dangerous uncertainty makes Yellowstone such a brilliant Western. It's unfortunate that the show floundered so much following John Dutton's death in Yellowstone, Season 5. Granted, killing off the patriarch wasn't the original plan, and was online response to Kevin Costner quitting Yellowstone, but it could have been handled in a way that was tidier from a storytelling standpoint, while still highlighting the messiness of the world John lived in. Still though, the Yellowstone ending was a bit of a disappointment. It doesn't change the fact that Taylor Sheridan is a masterful storyteller and knows what he's doing. Never was that more apparent than in The World is Purple, which featured one of the greatest scenes in neo-Western TV history.